Welcome in, Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket fans. A special signing day edition of Talking Tech. Sean Nerny sitting alongside College Football Hall of Famer Joe Hamilton. Joe, just kind of going to go over a little bit signing day. We're about a week removed from signing day. Excellent class for Coach Jeff Collins and staff. According to Rivals, 24 ranked nationally. Their class was some big name guys. A lot of these guys we saw come in on the early signing day. Tucker Gleason and Jeff Sims, the quarterback. Big get, though, this past Wednesday for Jeff Collins and staff. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs, who, according to Rivals, again, I think number 2 ranked running back in the nation. I mean, just a guy that, I think from day one can boost this offense. And, just give your overall thoughts on what you took away from this past signing class from Georgia Tech.
I love the fact, Nerny, that Coach Collins and his staff did not stand pat. Meaning, you remember last year we got Jemias Griffin. Right. We got a future stud of a running back. And now what you do, you go and you make sure that we're going to add to that you can go deep. Jordan Mason had an outstanding year as a running back, but you didn't dwell upon that. You want to get better. The more, the better. So now when you say competition is king, you're showing it. And I love the fact that when you see, Sims, our quarterback, it's just not Sims, although I think he's the cream of the crop as far as 4-star quarterback, Tucker Gleason. Yeah, you don't sleep on him. So now Jordan Yates of last year. I don't know how they like Jordan Yates going forward, but you're not just resting on what we have in. You can always get better. Overall, now I don't think we hit like we want to within the offensive line, the big bodies, but that'll come. I love the fact that you're going and getting guys off of other teams that maybe not as successful, but fit the bigger, stronger, faster kind of mantra we got going on.
Yeah, and you love seeing the skill position guys. You love seeing the 4-star quarterback Jeff Sims. You love seeing Jahmyr Gibbs. But to me, it's from day one I've said that this program, this offense will get things together when they get the right offensive linemen in. They don't necessarily have to be 5-star offensive linemen, but guys that can play in that pro-style offense. And that's why I think getting these grad transfers, you just mentioned it, another grad transfer from Vandy, grad transfer from the University of Tennessee, guys that will come in and more than likely start from day one. And you put the skill position guys that you have now behind that offensive line. I mean, Joe, we talk about from the very beginning, obviously Coach Jeff Collins got a long-term contract. We knew there was going to be a transitional period, but you're starting to look at this roster, and especially the skill position players, and then you add in some experienced offensive linemen. Joe, I think this turnaround could happen sooner than later.
Ooh, Nerny, you're giving me goosebumps here now. I would add on to that, Nerny, with this. You're building depth.
Right.
So now when you're saying that these offensive linemen are going to come in and start, we all know that Coach Key and that offense got better as the season went along. Excluding the Georgia game, we were kind of overmatched with depth and
injuries, too.
And injuries. Yeah. So now with some of those guys that got experience last year, what about them being second string now? Just in case something happens to your first string. What about it not being such a drop-off from first string to second string? What about the guys that didn't play? You're talking about the Jahazo Lees, talking about the Camp, Jalen Camp, the guys that now are leaders and experienced guys. Maybe you're trying to out-recruit them. The old mantra goes is this: we are always trying to out-recruit you. So that puts competition at a premium, and that also puts guys that's coming in out of high school that we can go there, and if you're good enough, you will play. So I think it's very important, Nerny, for these guys to get in early and compete and be able to spread the word back to other recruits that what Coach Collins promised, they're not telling the untruth. And that was a big thing for me, Nerny, that I think won Jahmyr Gibbs to stay pat, to stay recruited, because Sims and the guys on campus kept recruiting and saying that, yeah, I'm here now, and they did not tell the untruth. They are very real and serious about the direction of the program.
And you saw them all over social media, pictures of Jeff Sims. Jahmyr Gibbs was obviously in town taking the pictures and great in that. So offensively, you pick up a lot of studs. We'll hit on the defense really quickly. Miles Brooks, a 4-star defensive back out of Florida, was a big get for them. And another guy that I'm going to mention, because I'm fairly certain that over the next 4 years or so, you're going to hear his name a lot. Maybe not so much as a true freshman, but Jared Ivey, a defensive end that started playing football late. I think his junior year in high school was his first year of football. He registered almost 20 sacks, I believe, 18 sacks, I believe, his senior season. He's a big body guy, 6'6", 230, very lean, much like, if you remember Michael Johnson when he first stepped on campus.
Exactly.
Very lean guy, but a guy that has a chance and has the athletic background to be a force on the defensive line.
And we'll add one more thing to what you were just saying. You know, Ivy is obviously from Georgia, and we have 12 guys that stayed in state.
Right.
So you're going to still have to try to win your backyard and get some guys from the state of Georgia to really be in position to when further talent comes aboard, you can also go get those guys and build a relationship with the high school coaches.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of that break, we're going to get into our expectations, what we're looking forward to seeing in both the offseason and the 2020 season over on the Flats. This is Joe Ham. I'm Sean Nerny on Talkin Tech.